I think in response to that question, typically from clients, we have to explain that you can do either one in a silo, but really there's a tremendous benefit to working the two together. And that benefit works from multiple perspectives. It works from a testing perspective in understanding how certain keywords are going to be reacted to from a paid ad space versus a natural position ad space. What people are going to want to look to in terms of am I researching something? They're typically more likely to go to the organic space. You probably can hold a lower position on the paid side, or potentially if you learn that they're researching, you can change the creative on the paid side of the equation to deal with things like, if you're looking for an answer to this question, here's my response from a creative perspective. That's probably the basic aspects of why people tend to look at paid and organic together. Another basic piece would be to say, where do I get coverage on the page, and am I pushing my competitors out? If I'm at the top of the page on organic, can I save budget by reducing my fees on the paid side and reducing my position? Does it make sense from a return and statistical perspective to stay in the top position on both sides, and do those support each other? We've seen that work in those aspects as well. And I think the final piece to that equation then is starting to understand a little better how you can utilize the two spaces to relay your message across to your audience. Looking at the idea of changing your titles and descriptions for the organic side of the equation and getting your message that's showing up in that space, and then addressing any incremental services or incremental feature sets to your product that you want to on the paid side of the equation is another area to look at. So instead of just simply looking at position and statistical success rates by position, you also can look at what messaging you're delivering across to your customer. So back to the branding aspects of search and understanding where you need to be when your customer's looking for certain feature sets, also understanding what messaging you're giving them and not delivering the same message on the organic side as you are on the paid side. So if somebody is, as an example, searching for your brand name, and you're always going to have the top position on organic, what message you deliver in your title and description of your homepage versus the message you deliver in your paid ad. In that case, in many cases, actually, as we roll into different seasons, you'll see retailers that have the top organic space and put their traditional brand messaging there. What we typically want to do in the paid space is then deal with seasonal messaging in the paid side of the equation. So you've got traditional message versus something that's topical or seasonal that goes along with it, and really can drive what you're really trying to do from a value perspective for the brand.